So today I'm going to read the poem Summer Sun. Okay. Before I start the poem, The Summer Sun, I will tell you the meanings of certain words, because if you don't know the meanings of these words, you will find understanding the poem very difficult. So, to make you understand the meanings of these words, this is very important. Knowing the meanings of these difficult words is very important. Like the first word that I feel like telling you, the meaning of the first word, repose. What is the meaning of the word repose? Repose means rest. What does it mean? Rest. If you repose somewhere, if you take rest somewhere, that is called repose. Is that clear? Sorry. The second word that you find is blinds. Blinds, I think all the difficult words that have been used in the poem should be discussed in front of you. The second word that I find very important to tell you is blinds. Blinds means thick curtains. You know curtains, that you see the curtains hanging? Curtains, these are called curtains. Understood? Yes. So, thick curtains, the curtains that are thick. Understood? That is called blinds. Parlor. Parlor is a room. Like we go to beauty parlor. Beauty where the facial is done. Understood? Or some people go for facial. Understood? Just to look pretty. Understood? So parlor, a room to meet guests in, or a sitting room. A parlor can be a sitting room also. Is that clear? So another very important word that I want to tell you is chink. Chink is a crack. Crack means hole. Understood? A narrow opening. Chink. And chink can be holes either in the curtains or somewhere in the rooms or somewhere like that. Understood? Another very important word I want to tell you, hayloft. Hayloft means upper floor of a farm. Upper floor of a farm building. Farm building, there is a building in the farm. I don't know whether you have seen it in your village or not. But even in the village, if there is a farmhouse, understood? There is a house in the middle of a farm. That is called also a farmhouse. Or hay loft, that is the upper floor of a farm building. This is the upper floor. The ground floor, first floor you can call it. Upper floor of a farm building. And why is it used? Used for storing the hay. Storing the hay, hay is eaten. Understood? If it is dry hay, by the cows. Then they get eaten by the cows. Now, inmost here, innermost. Inmost stand for inner. Understood? And nook means hidden corner. Do you get it? Inmost means deep hidden corner. Do you get it? Another thing, footing through. Footing through means, here when you get the word footing through, foot means foot, a part of our body, isn't it? So footing through, when it is footing through, it means steady. If something is steady or balanced way of walking. Footing through means balanced way of walking. Now, may I start the poem? It is very important for you to start the poem. Before I start the poem, okay. Before I start the poem, I want to tell you something, about Stevenson. Robert. Okay. Lord. Yeah. This poem is written by that poet only. Is that clear? Now, Robert Louis Stevenson was born in 1850. Understood? And died in 1894. Clear? He was born in Scotland. He was a lawyer who later became a writer. Stevenson loved to travel. He and his family traveled in their own ship across the Pacific Ocean and visited many islands. The popular novels Treasure Island and Kidnapped were written by him. Understood? This are his works?
Treasure and kidnap.
Kidnapped. Were written by him. Okay, now I am going to start the poem. Clear? Great is the sun, wide he goes. Here, the poet, when he said, great is the sun and wide he goes. Have you ever thought about the importance of the sun in your life? Have you ever thought the importance of sun in your lives? I think you have never ever, because we generally don't think, because sun rises in the east and sets in the west. This is what we do, and apart from that we do nothing. You get it? So here, there cannot be light without the sun. You know, existence, there cannot be life without sun. We cannot imagine our existence without sun. Sun is the source of life. Let us read the poem about the sun. The poem is about the sun. Let us sing the praise of sun in this poem. Let's see what sun does for us, and what is sun, what exactly sun does. Understood for us? Great is the sun. Sun is great. Wide he goes. Wide, when you use the wide he goes, it means he goes from one place to another. It means when it rises in the east in the morning and goes and sets in the west in the evening, it means it moves widely from one side of the world to another side. Do you get it? So it goes far and wide in the sky. So here, wide he goes through empty heaven without repose. Through empty heaven. What we know is sometimes the sky is compared to heaven. Understood? Through the empty heaven means the sky is empty. It is only because the sky is empty the aeroplane can fly. Had it not been empty, the aeroplane would not have gone from one place to another, or would not have flown, isn't it? So, it is clear to us that the sky is empty, and through empty heaven, without repose, without rest, it goes. It is very clear to us that sun doesn't take rest. It always orbits, the earth. We think that the sun orbits the earth. In reality, the earth orbits the sun. Understood? And what is called revolution? Sun takes 365 days to complete one revolution. Understood? We know about revolution, rotation. When the earth moves on its own axis, that is called rotation. Isn't it? We have known about this scientific thing, or it's a geography. Understood? We have this knowledge. As you have read geography, you have been informed about it. Now, in the blue and glowing days, means the days on which the sky look blue and the sun, understood, glitter. It means the days on which the sun, on bright, on clear blue, bright days. Understood? The days on which, understood, the sky is blue, high above your head. Understood? And the bright is, the day is also bright because of the presence of the bright sun in the sky. Because when the sunlight doesn't get obstructed by the presence of clouds in front of it, naturally it will be a shiny or bright day. Isn't it? That may be compared to a glowing day. Isn't it? The days on which the sky looks blue and the days look bright. On those days, what do the sun do? More than thick rain, he showers his rays. It means the days on which the sky is blue and the day is bright, on the bright and clear days, what happened? More than thick rain. More than thick rain means sometimes if it rains, the raindrops must be bigger. Sometimes it, what is, sometimes it is called, it
Flooding.
drizzles. Sometimes it drizzles, sometimes it snows, sometimes it rains, sometimes it rains cats and dogs in torrential rain. So the days on which, understood, the sun, the rain, on the days on which the sky is cloudy, understood, and it rained heavily, and the rain is thick, understood, thick raindrops fall from the sky, even the on this day on which the sky is blue and the day is bright because of the presence of the sunlights or the rays of the sun are thicker than the thick rains or thick raindrops. Do you get it what I'm saying? On this day, actually, the sunlight is compared to the thick rainfall. Do you get it? And the sunlight is thicker than the thick rainfall. Do you get it what I'm saying? Do you get it? Here, the poet is saying the rainfall is, thick rainfall is less thick, understood, than that of the rays that the sun is showering today. Is that clear? Have I been able to make your doubt clear? Very good boy. Though closer still the blinds we pull. It means though closer, though we are pulling the curtains closer. Understood? Though closer still the blinds we pull. Though we are pulling the curtains. Understood? Closer. Why? Why are you pulling the curtain closer? To keep the shady parlor cool. To keep the room cool. Why do we, pull the curtain? The reason why we pull the curtain, just to stop the sunlight from entering our room. Otherwise, our rooms can get flooded with bright sunlight and the hot, understood, to prevent the room from getting hot. Isn't it? Do you get it what I'm saying? So, though closer still the blinds we pull to keep the shady parlor cool. Why do we pull the blinds or the curtains closer? It is because we want to keep the room, shady room, cool. Isn't it? Yet he will find a chink or two. Yet he will find a chink or two. Yet he will find. Here the sun is personified. He means sun. Are you getting me what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yet he will find a chink or two. Yet the sun will find either one hole or two holes. Where? In the curtains to penetrate. Understood? It can enter the room through little holes in either one hole or two holes in the curtains. To sleep his golden fingers through. It means, it seems to us as if the sun is a person. Understood? To sleep his golden fingers through. It means to penetrate his fingers in the room. Are you getting me?
Yes.
That's like a good one.
Kauna.
The dusty attic, spider clad. The dusty attic. Is that clear what I'm saying? The dusty attic, spider clad. He through a keyhole maketh glad. It means dusty attic. Attic here, generally attic means we compare it to a garment or something like that. Here dusty attic is a spider clad. It means here it is compared to a room. Isn't it? And which is dusty. He through a keyhole. He through a keyhole. The sun enters the room through a keyhole. Make it glad. It means he penetrates or he enters the room, that dusty attic, spider clad, through the keyhole in the door. Understood? Just to make what? It its present, its present pleasant. Understood? To make its presence felt, and to make the inside of the room what? Or to fill inside of the room with its light. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
To make glad means to make the atmosphere inside pleasant. Understood? And through the broken edge of tiles, it also enters the room through the broken edge of tiles. You know, we generally use tiles. Look at the picture and you see there are tiles or not. Through the broken edge, the sides of the tiles, into the laddered hayloft. We have already learned what is hayloft, isn't it? What is it? The upper floor of a farm building used for storing hay. It also reaches where the hayloft smiles. Do you get it? Even it brings, understood, bring a smile to the faces of hayloft. Actually, do they smile? No. They have also been personified. It means the sun reaches those places which you did never expected. Even if there is a sorry, if there is a little hole, understood? It looks for the holes just to enter a hayloft. Understood? Just to flood it, fill it with its smiles. Smiles means its presence. Hello. And then what?
I'm coming.
Okay. Okay. Now what happened? Into the laddered hayloft smiles. You know, the why are you just
The time.
through the broken edge of the tiles it enters the room. Where does it enter? It enters a laddered hayloft. It means a laddered place where hay is stored. Understood? Just to make his presence felt. It means it seems as if the hayloft smiles only because of the presence of the sunlight inside. How can it enter? It enters that particular place through the broken edge of tiles. Understood? In the meantime, his golden face around. His golden face around. It means it moves around. He bears to all the garden ground. It means everything on the earth
Sir.
looks golden. Why? Because of the golden presence of the sunlight. Do you get it? So, wait. I'm just telling you, let me finish it. It is only because of the golden presence of the sunlight that the sun bears to all the garden ground. Everything looks golden. Understood? Shades a warm and glittering look among the eaves inmost nook. It means inmost nook means every nook and corner of eaves inmost nook means the grapevines. Understood? The garden of grapevines. Understood? Every nook and corner of the grapevines gets the sunlight. Understood? Only because the sun is doing justice to each and everything in nature. Understood? The sun's presence can be everywhere. It can be, experienced everywhere. It cannot be stopped. It does justice to all. It is because of the sunlight everything gets benefited. Above the hills, along the blue, above the sunlight is above the hills, along the blue. Understood? round the bright air with footing true. Even those who are steady, understood, and balanced, those who have a balanced way of walking, everybody understood in the world gets the sunlight. To get it. And why do the sunlight come? Not only to bring smiles on the faces of the beautiful flowers, not to beautify the nature with splendor, with beauty, it also bring, pleases the child. To please the child and to paint the rose. And sunlight comes to the earth to not only please the child but also to paint the rose. To beautify, to paint the rose means to beautify the rose in the gardens. Do you get it? The gardener of the world, he goes. The sun is the gardener of the world. The sun is compared to the gardener of the world. He goes. It means, it seems as if the sun is the gardener of the world. He goes everywhere. He takes care of each and everything in nature. He does justice to each and everybody, including human beings. Understood? Thank you very much.